there, guys, this is Malorian, and this will be a few War Machine battle reports. Basically, I had a buddy come in from another city, and he wanted to practice. So I'm going to be doing some Cygnar here. First game is going to be 50 points, and I'm going to be running eHaley, running a Lancer and a Squire. There will be the Rangers, there will be the Storm Guard, the Sword Knights, 2 units of Storm Blades. There's also going to be the Junior, Anastasia, Rupert, and the Max Nis Hunters. Up on the other side, this first one here is going to be up against regular Morvanna, P. Morvanna. And there's going to be the Blood Trackers with Noala. There'll be the Stones with the UA. There is going to be, oh geez, tons of different stuff. There's a Wilder. There's going to be the Skinwalkers. There's going to be a Feral Warp Wolf. There's going to be an Argus, a Moonhound, the Fast Cab guys, and also a Doc Croc. This mission here is going to be, you're going to be seeing this for all the ones. You didn't bother changing it up. But there's going to be Kill Box in effect. It'll be first one to 5. You get 1 for controlling a flag, 2 for dominating, 1 for destroying the enemy objective. But the enemy objective is, of course, an enemy model. So you basically can't score on the right flag until you destroy that objective. Looking at this game here, Morvanna's kind of off. I can kind of see where she's going to be going for that wall. And so really all I want to do is get up there, scrum it up, and either go for scenario or assassination, depending on how the game progresses. So I get first turn. I'm really just rushing up. I have Dirge up on the Nis Hunters. I have Deceleration up just in case. Arcane Shield up onto the Sword Knights. And that's really it. On his turn, he moves up. He runs the Moonhound to the left side to be where he wants to have that going. He has this kind of marking just like the Rangers, but it's actually going to be outside of Morvanna's range. So that was a little bit of a mistake. But otherwise, things are just kind of moving up. He has a +2 armor up on the Skinwalkers and the Regrowth or whatever spell up onto, I don't know. There's all the stuff going on. But the big thing is he has Prey going on to my Rangers from his Fast Cab and onto the Storm Guard from his Blood Trackers here. And looking at this, I figure this will be a good time to, I'm pretty sure with Anastasia, I'm going to pull off an Espionage. So I should be able to kill off a lot of these Blood Trackers and then just really get in his face. And so I do a pretty good job on the Blood Trackers. Didn't quite wipe out the unit, but really brought them down. Did a little bit of damage to the Skinwalkers too. The big thing I want to do is kill 1 stone, so that's why the Lancer went up. And I did a Time Bomb that's going to be hitting and destroying the 1 stone. And then I also got Morvanna with that too. So she won't be able to run away or anything like that, charge away. I was also able to go up and shoot and destroy the 1 Argus that was on the right side. So there's 1 less beast. And really, when I was all done this, what I'm really trying to do is keep Morvanna on the right here where I can get to her and keep everything else blocked off on the left side. Now, his return attack did a lot more damage than I expected it to. She used Regrowth or whatever to bring back a whole bunch of the Blood Trackers, and those guys did work. Them and the Fast Cab and the Skinwalkers. I mean, really looking at this, my Rangers were decimated, my Storm Guard were decimated, my Sword Knights were decimated, and he even came over and really messed up the Lancer. So as far as attrition goes, this is going horrendous. I mean, sure, in my counterattack, I should really mess over the Skinwalkers, and they should be all gone, and hopefully I can do some good work on the left as well. But yeah, lost way more than I thought. But looking at this, I'm pretty sure I got this pretty easy for an assassination. She only has 1 transfer, and even though I won't be able to use my Arc Node or anything like this, I should be able to get Ehaley up into a position where I can be taking her out. And that's what I really do, is I really just move away my Lancer to take a free strike and die. I just swivel around to the left side so that marker would be out of the way. I set up one of my Storm Blades so that I could TK myself over the wall and then charge him in the back to get where I need to be. Then I was going to boost a TK to bring Morvanna over the wall, also hit her with a big Time Bomb. And at this point here, she's just completely screwed because she's -4 defense between the back arc and the Time Bomb, and my Nis Hunters are going to be able to shoot her up. I'm going to be able to Espionage, and yeah, this is the game here. So the game did come out to be a win for me, but still something where I should be a lot more careful in the future of how much damage he can put out. I mean, really, my pairings were all wrong. I should have really, if I was to bog down, not go for assassination, I really want to have the high defense stuff going up against the skinwalkers and the high armor going up against the blood trackers. So we decided to use our other list that we had planned for this, because we did a 2-list thing anyway. So same scenario, but this time we're running eCaine. And I got kind of a different list here. Well, a little bit different. It's mainly the same. But it's just Caine running 1 Sentinel. And so, yeah, I'm 1 jack point under, but whatever, you're allowed to be a point under. The main thing here is I'm trying to play all painted, and I don't want to take stuff I don't want, so I'd rather take a Sentinel and be down 1 point than take something like a Minuteman and not have the tools I wanted in the list. But I have the Rangers again, I have the Black 13th, I have the Gun Mages in UA, I have Blith and Bull because they're cool, especially if you have like a shield guard to keep them safe. They can be pretty awesome. I also have the Gorman, I have Reinhold, I have Squire, I have Terran, I have then Junior running a Stormwall. On his side over there, he's going to be running P-Kaya, and same thing, he has a fast cab there, he has the Skinwalkers with UA, he has the Feral again, but now he has a Warpwolf Alpha, he has Getorix, and the Stones with UA as well. And really what I'm planning to do this one is if Kaya shows her face, I'll shoot her and get the assassination. And if not, I'll just kill the beast so that he can't deal with the storm wall and rough him around. So I get first turn again, and I really push up. Of course, I have the Arcane Shield up onto the storm wall. I get True Shot up onto Caine, and then he really moves forward because, hey, he has no shooting. I don't really care. So I can really be very aggressive and just getting in position. So on his turn, he's being very aggressive as well. I mean, no reason to stay back when I have all the guns, right? He does have hyper-aggressive up onto Getorix. Kaya, when I looked at this, she only has like 1 transfer, but I really can't get the line I need to kill her because of how she's in the trees. Maybe I could get something here off to the right. She'd be within 3 inches, but then I'm probably going to be within reach range of Getorix. So I decide instead I'm just going to go and try and take off some beasts. So that's what I do. I put some focus on the storm wall there. And really how this goes is I come up with the storm wall, put a couple of cover fires, and kind of say, hey, if you want to hyper-aggressive towards me, it'll take some POW 12s and, some extra damage. But I connect with both of those. This is after I move up the Rangers, of course, so make sure I'm actually hitting. And so get some initial damage there. And then Caine starts shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting. And he dies. I also do about 10 points of damage to the Warpwolf Alpha before I have to gate crash away. So that was pretty good. Otherwise, a lot of shooting goes into the Skinwalkers on the left. By the way, they're my prey target for Blith and Bull. And this is where I got to see how well Blith and Bull can do, right? I basically have D3 strength 14 shots at Rat 8. And so that basically kills 2 of the Skinwalkers right there, so making back the points. And otherwise, yeah, I'm looking pretty good. I did a little bit more plinking damage to the Warpwolf Alpha, but with Getorix being gone, I'm really feeling a lot safer, and I should be able to kill another heavy next turn. So on his turn, he kind of comes right into me, kills a good number of the Rangers, but not all of them. He's able to destroy the Sentinel. He makes sure to kill Bull, so that was kind of neat. That it was actually a priority. But for the most part, Kaya still being very safe in the back. And really looking at this, I'm hoping now to take off the other 2 heavies. Stormwall, I should be able to go over and finish off the Alpha. And then if all my shots can take down the Feral, which it should be able to do, then he's really in a lot of trouble. So I'm able to do it. I dropped the Arcane Shield to make sure I could have all 3 focus on it. Stormwall comes over and kills that guy. After all the shooting, I'm able to take down the Feral. Couldn't really do any much more to the Skinwalkers or anything else like that. I really had to dedicate everything to taking those heavies down. But yeah, he's down all 3 heavies, and so attrition-wise, he's in really bad shape. And for dealing with the Stormwall, clearly also in a very bad shape. Alright, so on his turn, he's really going to be doing a lot of attrition on the left, finishing off all the Rangers, killing 2 of the Black 13th. He kills, well, Bull is already dead, killing 1 of the Gun Mages at least, But the main thing is he's going to clear off the left side so that not only could he have scored, but he thought, well, hell, why not go for it anyway? Puts Arcane Shield, or sorry, Occultation on herself and runs up to dominate. So he also destroyed the objective, of course. So he's at 3 points. I'm only at 0. And at this point, I had to decide whether I was going to go for assassination, attrition, or scenario. And I decided at first I'm just going to go for really a scenario here. I want to charge over the storm wall so that he's never going to score on that left flag, and then just zip over to the right one. But after I really kill everything except for pretty much Gaia, he says, come on. And so instead of eCaine going to the right, which I guess in the end I would have had to destroy that objective anyway, which could have been a little bit dicey, I just shoot up Gaia and kill her. And there you go, there's the game. By the way, the cool thing I liked about this turn is that Blith got revenge by charging the Skinwalker UA. So, haha! You know, Blith and Bull getting back their points. But really, this is a game I really didn't see him having much of a chance in. eCaine is a very big counter to Circle, because like I say, either I'm just going to kill your caster, or I'll kill your beast. And it's very hard for Circle to not have that happen. Alright, so after this, I have a tournament coming up here where it's going to be a 35-point tournament, so you want to try something for that. I pulled out a different army. I'm going with my good old eMagnus. This is a Tier 1 Magnus agenda, so my Manglers are cheaper, and this used to be a list that I used to love. So I got eMagnus with 2 Manglers, I have the Long Gunners, I have Gorman, I have Kill Balok on the right, and also the Idrians with the UA. It's the same scenario, we're just on opposite sides, and he's going back to P. Morvana, and he has the Blood Trackers with UA, he has the Fast Cav, he has the Moonhound, he has the Argus, he has Feral, he has a Witch Doc Croc, and then whatever those other girlies are on the right side. And really for this one, I don't have a very good plan. If I can get scenario, I will with my feet, but really I think she'll be in my face, so I can't really do that. So I might look for assassination. You know, I have a lot of combined ranges I can put on her, so I'll have to kind of see what gets put on me. But one of the really bad things is that both of his units are praying my Long Gunners, and with them both pretty much having stealth or whatever, yeah, I just can't deal with them. So he has first turn, and he is really flanking hard left. Otherwise, he's moving up as normal. But, yeah, he's right up in my face, on the left side anyway. So a really crappy picture, really sorry for this. But really the big thing I want to say is that I do my normal thing. I put 1 in each of my jacks. I do mobility. I charge forward. I have bullet dodger myself. The jacks run in front of me to keep me safe. The Long Gunners say screw that noise, and they start running to the right. Gorman goes up and goes in a cloud just because why not? And then on the right side, I really go and run up my Idrians just to kind of lock them in place. Now, the big stupid thing is that this was part of my plan, and when I was done this, I realized it was a stupid plan, because instead of running up Idrians to be trying to block his beasts, why the hell didn't I just pop my feet? So, yeah, now he's going to be able to get to me, and I'm kicking myself already. So the way it goes down is, first of all, he comes to the left with his Blood Trackers, and they're able to do actually significant damage to my left Mangler to take out the Cortex. So that's my bonded one, so that's pretty horrendous. Then he's able to clear out the guys in front to get his Feral onto me, and it's able to really mess me up. All I have is my Cortex in my right arm, which is kind of nice, but still my beasts are really screwed up, and I got almost nothing for them. On the right side, in between Morvana's help and on the right side, he kills off half my Idrians, and I fail my command. So this is horrendous, because I've moved up there popping my feet and expecting to lose some guys, but then I'm going to come back, and because I'm praying him, I'll wipe out the right flank, and the right flank will just be mine. So failing that command test was horrible, and also, if you look on the right side, there's 6 models, so that means I lost half my guys. If you look to the left by the Manglers, there's 1 more Idrian. I shouldn't have taken a command test, so pretty stupid, but what can you do? Alright, so with everything going so badly, I decided to do something really ballsy. So I allocate nothing. I upkeep the bullet dodger. I go to the left, just kind of engage a whole bunch of the blood trackers, do a thresher, which kills a couple of them actually. The other one there just kind of moves more. The other Mangler kind of moves more out of the way. Gorman comes over and blinds him so that it's going to blind him and the Feral. So that's pretty nice. The Idrians decide to fall back before reforming or passing their command test. And then what I do is I move over, kill Balok, so that I can charge over with eMagnus. It's really what I need to do. So he takes a free strike and misses. I go through this little eruption of life and take no damage. But the big thing here is I'm going to pop my feet so that his models can't move towards his board edge and can't move to the right. And the idea here is to trap his caster so I can go for the assassination. It's not a really good plan because he has ways he can just get in my way, but it's really the best thing I have going for me. And so really the best counter he has is running his unit on the right to be in front of me. So that's really why I ran up the long gunners just to really be a separate target. And the really stupid thing is that when I got to my turn, I realized I didn't pop my feet, but luckily my opponent was feeling nice and said, no, do your feet, it's okay. So the feet is up and there might be a chance. But then he starts rolling some dice, and it starts going downhill. So he is able to destroy the one Mangler. Of course, his fast scav come over, kill a bunch of stuff. His blood trackers do a little more plinking damage and take out both arms from the left jack. A little bit of spikes, but a little bit of bad dice sometimes too, so I can't really complain. Then the big thing I didn't expect is, first of all, Epic Morvana hits me with an Eruption of Life and does 666. So I take some big damage right from the start that I didn't plan on. Then his dog on the left aims, and he's within range for his little hunter dog too. So I'm basically, it's just like my rangers. I'm marked for him, but he hits me with the Doppler bark, which paralyzes me. So bring me down to defense 7. So now all of a sudden, where I hoped he'd miss an attack so I could bullet dodger closer, now he's going to hit with everything. And these other troops on the right, they charge in, do a whole bunch of killing, and also crank eMagnus. I didn't realize I get 4 dice damage, and this brings me down to 1 box. So I still have a plan. What I think I can do is, if Gorman goes over and throws an acid bomb onto eMagnus, there'll be a POW 12 that should kill all of them off of me as long as he fails the right toughs, and then I can do mobility, charge over, and kill his caster. Except that after I drop Bullet Dodger and start the whole thing, he reminds me, by the way, when you're paralyzed, you can't run or charge. So once I heard that, what I really am trying to go for now is actually the clock. So I go and I blind the Feral again. I'm within range, so I get extra speed with my Idrian. So they come up and they kill a good number of the guys on the right. Magnus kills another one. I want to stay engaged so that I get some bonus against shooting. But otherwise, Long Gunner's just trying to get in the way. And he's down to under 10 minutes. So I'm kind of hoping that he will kind of death clock himself, because otherwise I'm pretty much screwed. But he does figure out how to get it done. Just kills the 2 people in front of the dogs. The Argus comes over, hits the charge attack, and takes me down. So, wouldn't you know it? I mean, the Argus, the beast that everyone says sucks, and it's my real undoing. I mean, it's the thing that paralyzed me, and it's the thing that finishes me off. So, I mean, in the end, I really should have popped feet on first turn, but what can you do? I've been playing Cygnar for so long that... but either way, it's a dumb mistake, but lots of fun. Really nice to have, somebody you haven't played against in probably a year, get games against them. But either way, hope you guys like watching, and we'll catch you later. Bye.